What's going on YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Salmon Skimroll TV. I want to start off by saying I apologize for not having a content put out there for y'all. Just been super swamped lately, and yeah, I mean that's all I can really say. But because of that, I'm doing a massive giveaway for you guys. One of the first things that I'll be giving away is this amazing Salmon Skin Roll playmat. After that, there will be one lucky winner will receive a box of Legendary Duelist Rage of Ra. Also, one lucky person will receive some of the memorabilia that I'll be putting out soon. This is one of my tester hats, but I have that to give away. And then I have three promotional playmats or mouse pads. The first one's going to be Rise of the Duelist, Eternity Code, and Phantom Rage. So I've got, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things I'll be giving out to you guys. So make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below. Everybody that takes care of me, I take care of you. But let's go ahead and get into this deck build. And we are doing Toons. I wouldn't say this is a very competitive build, but it's fun, enjoyable. If people aren't expecting it, they have a little bit of a trouble, but it's more, just a fun, casual play. So let's go ahead and get in with the monsters. Starting off with 3 copies of Toon Blackluster Soldier. He is your bread and butter of the deck. He's what keeps you going and able for you to OTK your opponent. Being able to summon him just requires you to send 8 stars, send Toon monsters from your hand equal to 8 stars. He can attack the turn he's summoned. Also, he can banish 1 card from your opponent's side of the field. It doesn't matter what card it is, but it can be spell or trap or monster. But again, he's the first Toon that allows you to attack as soon as he's summoned. So yeah, he's good for your OTK. After that, I run 3 copies of the Blackstone of Legend. This allows you to tribute it to special summon a Red Eyes monster from the deck, which allows you to go into your Red Eyes Toon. So you want to run this at 3. After that, I run 3 copies of Toon Harpy Lady. Toon Harpy Lady is your special summon of the deck, so you don't have the normal. The only normal summon that you're going to take place in is with your Blackstone. So Toon Harpy Lady will allow you to pop a spell and trap if you control Toon World and a Toon monster, and then she can be special summoned. After that, you have your Toon Mermaid. I run three of. This is another special summon in the deck. You just pay 500 life points, special summon her. Now, bear in mind, these Toons can't attack the turn they are summoned. Next, I run 2 copies of Red Eyes Toon. 3 is a brick. 1 is not enough. If you draw 1 and you only have 1, Blackstone is a brick. So you want to run enough to where there's still 1 in the deck. And you also don't banish off Toon Kingdom or anything like that. So I run it at 2. After that, it's Toon Dark Magician. Again, anything more than 1, or anything more than 2 is a brick. And then at 1, it's not enough. My one-ofs is going to be your Toon Gemini Elf. This is just to help with hand control. and also another Toon to go into. You could run Buster Blader, Toon Buster Blader, or Toon Ancient Gear Golem, but I prefer this effect over Ancient Gear Golems. Next is going to be your one copy of Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. Reason I run Blue Eyes Toon is for nostalgia. Next is going to be because it's a level 8, and that'll play into the extra deck. I run my one copy of Toon Cyber Dragon. It's not a brick if you draw it. Also giving you another monster to go into for your Toon Page Flip. And Toon Page Flip requires you to reveal 3 different Toons. So this isn't so you're just stuck on your basic copies of Toons. After that, I run a small Kaiju package, and I do not run Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, but I run 2 copies of Thunder King and 2 copies of Gamma Seal. Gamma Seal is your level 8. This helps with Blue Eyes. So when you have Blue Eyes on field, Black Luster on field, Gamma Seal on field, this is going to allow you to go into your ranks. And again, my extra deck is mainly Xyz monsters, so you'll see that when we go over it. Also, this allows you to pop over any like interruptions your opponent might have on their board. Next, we will start off with our 3 copies of Toon Page Flip. All the new Toon support is great for this deck. Page Flip allows you to have an interruption on your opponent's turn. Not an interruption, but more of another body on board. Usually when I activate Page Flip, the 3 that I reveal are going to be your Black Luster, your Red Eyes, and your Dark Magician. If I don't have Red Eyes or Dark Magician on board, then it'll be my Blue Eyes. Following that, but it allows you to special summon them to the field from the deck at random, one at random, ignoring the summoning conditions. So you play this on your opponent's turn, like on their end phase, and then when your turn comes around, that Toon can now attack, because it can't attack the turn it's summoned. It wasn't summoned that turn, it was summoned on your opponent's end phase. Next is going to be your 3 copies of Toon Kingdom. Yeah, that's the field spell of the deck. I really hate field spell based decks because if you can't keep the field spell on board, then they're kind of useless. But because this isn't competitive and this is just for fun, this perfect. And Bookmark kind of helped keep Toon Kingdom alive, and it helps keep Toon Kingdom alive. Next, I run 3 copies of Comic Hand. I've seen some builds where they only run 2. I run 3 because, well, why not take your opponent's monster and attack directly with it? Also, it doesn't negate its effects, so you continue to use that opponent's monster. Next, I run 3 copies of Toon Table of Contents. This is your, I wouldn't say Rhoda of the deck, but it's kind of allows you to search for any Toon named card. So giving you your Toon Kingdom or any of your Toon monsters. And then I run 3 copies of Toon Bookmark. Toon Bookmark is great. This allows you to search any card in the deck that says Toon World in its description or Toon World in its name. It's amazing. It also protects your Toon Kingdom if it were to be destroyed. Following that, I run 3 copies of Pot of Extravagance. Sometimes you have consistency issues in your hand, so this is going to help you draw deeper into your deck. and get what you need. Your extra deck isn't mandatory for this deck because your goal is to keep Toons on board. They're not your extra deck's not protected by Toon Kingdom, so you want to keep your Toons on board. You want to keep attacking directly and push for your game, your OTK. After that, my one-ofs are going to be 1 copy of Monster Reborn. Just help special summon from the grave. Things that have been destroyed, popped, carry on through. Next is going to be your 1 copy of Terraforming. Again, Toon Kingdom. You want it all the time. Multiple copies. If one gets negated, you got another one available. Following that, my 1 copy of Reasoning. There's so many different levels in this deck. 7, 8, 4, 1, 5. So your opponent calls one. If they call it wrong, which majority of the time they're going to call it wrong, you're going to get a free summon on board. Following that is going to be 1 for 1. This is to get into your Blackstone of Legend as quick as possible. So pretty much giving you 4 copies of it. Let's go ahead and get on into the extra deck, which is going to be the big bad boy of the bunch. AA Zeus. I run 1 copy of Zeus. Just because, yeah, I know Extravagance 3, having your multiple copies of cards, but it doesn't matter to me. If it gets hit, it gets hit. It's not the main game deal breaker for the deck. So you're not really upset when your extra deck gets banished off. Following that, I run my 1 copy of Dingirsu for my level 8 or my rank 8s. I run my number 23 Lancelot. And then I follow through with my Galaxy Eyes package, running full armor Photon, Cypher Blade Dragon, and Cypher Dragon. Just more ways to steal monsters from your opponent. More of those kind of shenanigans. And all my rank 8 stuff. That's typically what this is. After that, you have your number 38 Hope Harbinger. This will give you a negate on board, also being able to attach more pieces, going into Zeus with bigger and more pieces. My rank 4s, I go into Light Dragon at Ignister. This is for monster protection. And Time Thief Redoer. Time Thief Redoer is great because if you can keep them on board long enough with multiple pieces, when you do attack and go into Zeus, you got a big Zeus on board with multiple field disruptions. After that, I run 2 copies of number 11, Big Eye. And again, more of those take your opponent's monster shenanigans. That's what you want. That's what you want to continue to do. Next, we're going to go into Link monsters. And following, we'll start with Geonator Transverser. Great card. If your opponent does not pay attention to columns, so when you play Geonator, you swap 2 monsters in the arrow she points to. Next will be your 1 Nightmare Phoenix and your 1 Nightmare Cerberus. Pop in back row, pop in front row. Just anything you're struggling to get over with. And then my 1 copy of Borrelsword Dragon. Don't expect to go into this very often, but it's just there so you have it. It's good for an OTK, but you're really not getting 4 monsters, bodies on board that you want to just link off with to go into Borrelsword. But that's all for it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the Toon deck. This one's been fun. I played it. I've been testing it on Dueling Book, and I think one of my most favorite duels that I've done recently was I was playing an Egyptian God deck, and I baited my opponent to use the new Storm, was it Stormforth or Stormworth? God support, the quick play. I can't remember the name of it, but he tributed off 3 of my Toons and played Raw, and then burned 7,900 life points to boost his attack, which I then played Comic Hand, taking the Raw and attacking directly for game. But yeah, I mean, deck's fun. It's great. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and expect on a weekly basis now new videos. I'm going to definitely keep up on it. And I'll be having merchandise coming soon. If you guys are interested, I'm going to put my email down below, and we'll start getting some merch out to you guys, my supporters. I appreciate every one of y'all. You have a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time.